time to crack open this box. Hey everyone, Mark here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're ready for another fun unboxing. You all know I can't resist a good tech bargain, and today I've got something pretty cool to show you. The Sony refurbished 75-inch X80CK series LED 4K UHD Smart TV. Yep, 75 inches of Sony goodness. Let's see if this deal is actually as good as it sounds. But before we rip into the box, let's chat about what's under the hood. This thing packs a gorgeous 4K UHD display, plus all the smart TV features you'd want for streaming your favorite shows, and the price? Honestly, it's kinda wild. We're talking just $659.99 for a TV this size. For 75 inches, that's almost too good to be true. But there's a little twist. It's refurbished. So the real question is, do the savings make up for any possible downsides? Stick with me, and we'll break it all down together right now. Alright, let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind, refurbished TVs. I get it, the word refurbished can make some people a little nervous. But honestly, it's not always something to worry about. In fact, it can be a total win, especially for your wallet. Refurbished doesn't mean the TV's been through the ringer, it just means the TV had a previous life. Maybe it was a display model, or maybe someone returned it for a tiny issue. Who really knows? The cool part is, Sony puts these TVs through a super thorough refurbishment process. They open them up, check every little detail, swap out any bad parts for new ones, and test them like crazy to make sure everything's up to their standards. So, you're basically getting a TV that's just as good as new, just with a bit of a backstory. And the best part? You're paying way less than you would for a brand new one. Seriously, you could save hundreds of dollars. That's money you could use for a sweet sound system, or maybe even a new gaming console to go with your awesome TV. Of course, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The warranty might be a bit shorter than what you'd get with a brand new TV, but Sony still gives you some coverage, which is always nice. And yeah, you might spot a tiny scratch or two, but honestly, once that gorgeous 75-inch screen is on, you won't even care. So if you're after a great deal and don't mind a little history, going refurbished can be a total steal. Okay, so we've covered the highlights, saving money, getting that Sony quality, but let's keep it real for a second. There are always a couple of things to watch out for. Let's chat about a few possible downsides when you're thinking about picking up a refurbished TV. First on the list, the warranty. Sony does give you a warranty with their refurbished stuff, but it's usually not as long as what you'd get if you bought brand new. Most of the time, you're looking at 90 days instead of a full year. Not a huge deal for most people, but definitely something to keep in mind. Also remember, this TV has had a bit of a journey before landing in your living room. It's probably been handled by a few different people, shipped around, maybe even had a couple of adventures along the way, so there's a slightly higher chance you'll spot a scratch or a scuff here and there. Honestly though, these are usually tiny and you'll barely notice them once you're watching your favorite show, but if you're someone who wants your tech to look absolutely flawless right out of the box, refurbished might not be your thing. Another thing to think about, sometimes, performance can vary a little. Sony does a great job refurbishing, but there's always a small chance your TV might not perform exactly like a brand new one. Maybe the backlight isn't totally even, or there's a spot that's a little dimmer than the rest. It's pretty rare, but it can happen, so just something to be aware of. And of course we have to mention burn-in. It's not super common with LED TVs like this one. But there's always a tiny risk, especially with a refurbished set. Burn-in is when a static image stays on the screen too long and leaves a faint ghost image behind. It's not something you see every day, but it's good to know about. So yeah, there are a few things to think about before you buy. But honestly, for the price, most people find the benefits totally worth it. Just make sure you're buying from a reputable place, like Sony themselves, and you'll be all set. Okay, let's get real. Picture quality is what we all care about most, right? And honestly, the Sony X80CK totally delivers. It's rocking a 4K UHD resolution, and if you haven't seen 4K in action yet, you're in for a treat. That's 4 times the detail of your regular 1080p HD TV, so you get sharper images, brighter colors, and a picture that just pulls you right in. Seriously, once you go 4K, you won't want to go back. And 4K really shines when you're watching stuff that's actually made for it, like those jaw-dropping nature documentaries on Netflix or the latest big blockbuster movies. You'll catch every detail, like every strand of a lion's mane or the crazy textures on a spaceship in a sci-fi flick. But hey, even if you're just watching regular HD shows, the TV's upscaling tech does a great job making everything look crisper and more detailed. It's not quite the same as true 4K, but it's definitely a step up from your old HD TV. And if you're into gaming, you're gonna love this. 4K resolution makes your games look absolutely stunning. The detail and clarity are just next level. You'll feel like you're actually inside the game. Plus, there's a special game mode that tweaks the settings just for gaming, so you get less lag and smoother action. Perfect for staying ahead of the competition. Bottom line, 4K UHD is the real deal, and the Sony X80CK nails it. Whether you're watching movies, gaming, or just flipping through your family photos, you're in for an awesome visual experience. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff, because the Sony X80CK isn't just about good looks, it's actually super smart too. It's a smart TV, which means you can forget about plugging in extra streaming sticks or boxes. Everything you want is already built in and ready to go. Seriously, it's like having your own entertainment center right in your living room. You've got Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, YouTube, Hulu, pretty much any streaming app you can think of, it's probably here. And if you want more, just hop into the App Store and download whatever you like. The menu is super simple and easy to use. Even if you're not a tech expert, you'll have no trouble finding your way around. Plus, you can set up your home screen just the way you like it with all your favorite apps front and center. And here's something cool: voice control. The Sony X80CK comes with a voice remote, so you can just sit back, relax, and tell your TV what you want to watch, adjust the volume, or even search for something new. It's honestly like having a little helper just for your TV. And there's even more to explore. With built-in Wi-Fi, you can connect wirelessly to your home network and stream stuff straight from your laptop or phone. And if you want to get fancy, you can mirror your phone or laptop screen right onto the TV. It's perfect for showing off photos and videos to friends and family, or even running a quick presentation. So really, the Sony X80CK is way more than just a TV. It's your all-in-one entertainment powerhouse. With all these smart features, you've got endless entertainment options all right at your fingertips. Let's dive into the fun stuff. What makes this Sony X80CK tick, and why it's so awesome to watch? At the heart of it all is LED technology. That's the secret sauce behind those jaw-dropping colors and crisp images. LED stands for light-emitting diode, and it's what gives this TV its super slim look, energy savings, and those bright, vibrant visuals that really pop. Remember those old LCD TVs with the clunky fluorescent backlights? They just couldn't keep up, less efficient, not as bright, and definitely not as sleek. Plus, they were huge and took up way too much space. LED TVs like this one? They're thin, save you money on power, and look fantastic in any room. And the Sony X80CK totally lives up to the hype. The LED backlighting here means you get deep blacks, bright whites, and a rainbow of colors that just leap off the screen. Whether you're watching a moody movie scene or a super colorful cartoon, the picture is always stunning. And since LEDs are so efficient, you'll notice the savings on your energy bill too, so you can binge your favorite shows guilt-free, knowing you're being kind to your wallet and the planet. Plus, LED TVs are built to last, so you'll be enjoying this Sony for years without worrying about it giving out. Honestly, LED tech is a total game changer, and it's a big reason why the Sony X80CK is such a joy to watch. Alright folks, that's the Sony refurbished 75-inch X80CK series LED 4K UHD Smart TV, all unboxed and set up. Honestly, for the price, this TV is a fantastic deal. You're getting a huge 75-inch 4K screen, all the smart TV features you need for streaming your favorite shows, and pretty solid picture quality thanks to the LED tech. Sure, it's refurbished, which might make some people a little cautious, but if you're after a big screen experience on a budget, and you don't mind a few possible quirks, this TV is definitely worth a look. Just make sure to check out the pros and cons, do a little research, and always buy from a seller you trust. If this review helped you out, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell so you don't miss any of my future tech reviews. Got questions about this TV? Or maybe there's another gadget you want me to check out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And just a reminder, this is the OBXKD75 X80CK model, and you can snag it for just $659.99.